No, we don't. Go out of the stream.
Hey, welcome to our Force Tuesday. With
Life
me
Day?
tonight is Princess Leia's ugly stepsister, Brianna Organa.
Brian Organa works.
Brian Organa. Hey, Brian Organa. Love those cinnamon rolls.
They're special.
They are special. Look at that. Brian dressed
They're
up
edible.
for this occasion. Oh my God. What are we going to do?
Oh, Cord got dressed up too. Oh, sweet.
Cord got dressed up. No, we're not doing a StreamYard stream tonight. We are just doing a live stream. Brian and I want to talk about one of our favorite shows, and hopefully you guys are right with us there. Star Wars, of course, it's May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. Rising moons to everyone. If you've been to the land of Batuu, you'll know what that means. If you haven't been to the land of Batuu, go and learn the language, because I had to do that today. So, rising moons, everyone. Moons. So what are we going to do tonight? Well, we're going to talk a little bit about Star Wars. We're going to talk about Star Wars prints in specific. I want to introduce you guys to one of my little friends here. I'll just cut over to him real quick. He's a little cantankerous this evening, but you probably can't hear him very well. Brian, you've got your little droids with you as well.
Yeah, I got a few of them here. We've got Jess's little droid up top, and then we've got my little guy up front here. I think we're still on your camera, but...
Oh, yeah. Let me cut back. There we go. There we go.
So Jess's little guy's up there screaming right now. Mine's a little indifferent, a little bit of an insider. Now, okay, Marcel, if you're going to start this with a super chat.
We got ourselves a super chat from Marcel. He says he needs Brian to cover up that chest hair. Well, you know, Princess Leia had an ugly stepsister.
Okay, fine. I'll pull the shirt up. I bought a 5XL shirt, and I didn't realize it was a wife beater till I got home. So I'm like, how can I do this? There. I'm just a fundraising goal, but no.
I'm really worried about what's going to happen when those things start sliding off your face.
They have been sliding nonstop. What you're missing is all the crumbs down here.
Your ears are going to be sticky.
See, I just bought these, so they're fresh. That's the worst thing. I've hooked up with some armature wire there, but they keep slipping down, so I keep on going to eat them.
Yes, we do silly streams every once in a while. Yeah.
Guys, these smell really good, okay? Trust me, this is torture. They're like poppy seed and something else. I can't remember.
Yeah. Marcel says, it's all good. You silly guys. I love the stream. Thank you very much. We do appreciate you being a member over here or a follower. Doesn't matter if you're a member or you're a follower, as long as you're here. Question is, will he eat them after? Wow.
I'll eat them during the show if you
He'll
guys...
eat them during the show. So, there, being that it's Star Wars, Snapshot FPV, there's another super chat, $5. Thank you very much. We do appreciate that.
Joseph Jolly, super chat. I'm just going to sit down.
Joseph Jolly, wow.
Here, just for you guys, super chat.
This is not going to be a regular stream by far tonight.
If you eat them more, who would have guessed?
Yeah, we are still going to do a StreamYard stream later in the month here in May, but right now we just thought we'd cover Star Wars Day because I'm a huge fan. If you can't tell, I'm a huge fan of Star Wars. Any chance I get. What's that?
I said, compared to me, I mean, look at this.
Yeah, there you go. We're both big fans of Star Wars, but I have the advantage of having seen Star Wars opening night at the King's Theater in Winnipeg, Manitoba, back in 1977.
I'm just going to go, Marcel, edible arrangements, yes. And also, super snack.
I'm going to have to make a button for that.
I wish I was on drugs. I'm just really stupid.
Hey, if you're looking for cool models to print, I've got a selection that I've put out here that I'm going to show you guys tonight. This being the first one. This is a studio scale X-Wing, 1/24th scale. It just got some primer today, so it's still kind of tacky because it wasn't a really warm day, but this model is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. missing a little detail here and there. But, other than that, I think that the detail on this is done really well. I printed this all with the white PLA from our good friends over at matter3d.com, and it came out beautifully, and it's heavy. It only has like 10% infill in it, but it's heavy.
But look at the detail. It's gorgeous.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Another one of my favorite prints that I still have to finish putting together is this guy. And if anybody is unsure of what this is Ezra Bridger's lightsaber / blaster from Star Wars Rebel. If you know who Ezra Bridger was, we are looking for... he's going to be coming back. My understanding is he's going to be coming back during the Ahsoka Tano series, which is going to be on Disney Plus.
my guy's freaking out, apparently.
Mine's probably going to go to sleep here pretty soon, but this is just one of the many props that is very well done that you can find for free on Thingiverse, and I'm just going to bring it up right now. Let me just move to that screen, and I want to show you the guy who designed this. Let me just cut to that screen. So here we go. These are lightsabers that you can find on Thingiverse for free, and the guy who designed them is the same guy who did this Kylo Ren lightsaber. Let me see if I can go right to his. There we go. Brad Harris. And you can see as you scroll through here, his lightsabers are amazing. There's the Ezra Bridger one that I've got here in my hands. You can do weapons. He's added weapons here. He's got the new one for Rey that we saw at the end of the last Jedi, or the Rise of Skywalker. Or we have this one here, which is the Dark Saber. Love this model. What do you think of this one, Brian?
I love it. I've got some ideas of how I want to actually do the blade of the Darksaber, but it's... Do you mind? All these droids are telling me off tonight. Yeah. Yeah. Jess has a hidden remote control in the back, and it's like... can't remember that movie, but it's a much more less vulgar premise.
There you go. No, but you can find... Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, yeah, I love the Darksaber there. Just... that's why I'm playing with some of the paints to see how we can get the dark look proper, basically.
Yeah, me too. I printed mine in black. I'm just going to cut back to us. I printed mine in black. There's no real room inside put any electronics, but I'm sure if you took this model and put it into something like Fusion 360, you could probably hollow it out so that you could put electronics inside. I just love the look of this thing. This is probably one of the coolest lightsabers I have ever seen, and I'd actually like to get one that actually has the blade on it, because I know that you can buy them now. You can buy Darksaber.
Yeah, Disney actually, for those of you who don't follow Disney news, they actually patented a new lightsaber design.
I saw that.
Those are actually available in the park, or they will be very soon. So when I last went there, we had the sabers, which cost, I think it was $200 US to get one, but the experience was awesome. I don't know about these new ones, though. Apparently it's a different light mechanism, but yeah, it's great to see innovation. That's really what it is all about. So
somebody just asked here in the chat, we don't have my wife here tonight to help us out with the chat, so we're going to have to do it manually tonight. But somebody here asked about a link.
Yeah, can we post the link to that X-Wing?
Actually, I'm going to show you where I got it.
Ah, even better.
Even better. So this is where I got it. It's on Gambody, and I will tell you that Gambody has probably the best collection of Star Wars models out there. And I own a number of them, actually. Here's their Imperial shuttle. which is very cool. Love the Imperial Shuttle. And, you know, for $22.49, that's not bad.
And, you know, the thing is, going through those images there, right, you get all the build, if you will.
Yeah, you do.
They give you the build instructions. They give you the assembly. It's not just dumping some STLs on you and figure it out.
Exactly. This is one here that I actually want. I don't have yet. This is the Y-Wing from Star Wars. So if you are a Star Wars fan and you want to get some of these ships, my recommendation is you go to Gambody because they have the best looking models out there right now for these ships. I've got the Razor Crest. Let's go to the next page here. I've got the R2. There's any one of these ones that you see the little green purchased on top. I obviously have. They've added some new ones like this Tusken Raider. That thing is gorgeous. Look at that.
And that's $10, guys.
$10. Today you get 25% off most everything that is Star Wars related. I love this R2 because this R2 comes with all kinds of gadgets. Like, it's just unfreaking believable. Like, look at all the stuff that you can put on this guy.
It's just kind of painful looking at the print quality.
Yeah.
Somebody asked.
There's the render. That one looks great. Like, that was all done up just beautifully. Ben's asking, Richard, Christy wants to know what you do with all these models. I print them. I sometimes give them away to children just because I can. Sometimes I keep them in my collection. Sometimes I give them away to friends and family. So, yeah, I do a lot of that.
I think there was a couple questions in there about how long it took you to print the X-Wing.
Okay.
Can you change it into attack formation? Can you modify
I cannot. I would have to reprint the wings because there's two. Let me just go back to our camera here for a second. I'll go back to mine.
Mac KC, Mac CJ, these are not earphones. These are actually edible.
All right, so let me go back to this. So this model took roughly a week to print. Some of the parts didn't print very well on FDM, like the laser cannons here. This end of the laser cannon didn't print very well, so I printed these in resin. But everything else was printed FDM using the white Matter 3D PLA. Brian, I see you down in one of the windows, and I'm just laughing.
Hey, that's secret.
So you can get just about whatever model that you want from Gambody. In terms of Star Wars models, I mean, these things are amazing. I just love them. This R2-D2 will go back, and I'll find the X-Wing itself. You can get a snow speeder for like $18.74. You can't buy high quality models for this price. You really can't. And you've got all kinds of interiors for the Millennium Falcon model that they have. Here's the X-Wing right here. And this one is, how much is this one? I missed the price on it. Probably because I already bought it. But this one here can be printed both in, most of their models can be printed both in FDM and in resin. So just smaller scale when you go to resin. But this is a studio scale, 1/24th scale. So it pretty much matches what they built in the studio. And there's all the files for it. It's just incredible, the amount of files. So if you're interested in any of these models that we're showing you today, check out the sources. Gambody is the one that I go to for most of my models. Is that Canadian or U.S. prices? That's U.S. pricing, by the way.
Yeah, you can build some credits in there, but also watch for their emails. They have all sorts of coupon codes all the time.
Yeah. I really like the fact that this model of the X-Wing is like super cheap.
Now, before you critique it, guys, remember too, that's only half the price of a roll of filament.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, 1874 for the X-Wing. Yeah, 1874 is awesome. Like, can you buy a high quality model for $19 these days?
No.
No.
Can you buy an unpainted model printed for less than $100, right?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, there's just tons of stuff here. Like, look at this Boba Fett that somebody had painted up to be part of the Death Watch. I mean, amazing stuff. Just absolutely amazing stuff.
Geez, that's a figurine. For a second, I thought it was a guy cosplaying.
Yeah,
Honestly.
no, it's a
The
figurine.
scale, right?
So another guy that I want to direct you guys to real quick is Fab 365, Gusang Kwan. If you are a member of our group over on Facebook, you'll see that Gusang Kwan puts up all kinds of single print foldable models, and he's been doing a lot of cars lately. But these two models right here at fab365.net, you can download these two models right now for free. They are articulating, so they move. The wings move on the shuttle, and the legs and head move on the articulated walker here. And it's like, I can't fathom how he does a lot of what he does. It's just amazing to me. And I have a whole file folder full of Goose stuff that I've gotten. What about you, Brian? Have you gotten any of these?
I don't have any of the Star Wars ones. I've been doing a couple of his Falcon 9s and stuff. Like, everything that I've purchased from him has always been just the best quality. And I love the fact that he doesn't sell it until he's 3D printed it.
Yeah, and he tested on multiple printers. That's what I like.
Most of his demo reels are on Prusa, but
yeah,
at the same time, he does check it on multiple machines. Yeah,
he does do it. Yeah. Now, here's another one that I want to pull up here. This is from our good friend Sergio Malik from Malix3design.com. This is his version or his interpretation of Rey and Kylo Ren. And what I really like about this set of models is you can buy them individually or you can buy them as a set. And again, here's another guy who goes through and he checks all of his models by 3D printing them. He has a friend of his paint them for him, and they just look amazing. Like, look at the detail on them. If we open that up, look at the detail on that. So you can do Rey in a couple of different poses. Yeah, Kieran says he's bought a lot of Fab 365's robots. So have I, actually. I love his robots.
my robot's having a breakdown here.
I think so. Mine went to sleep on me, so.
Mine's been trying to, but it hasn't.
Now, here's another one. This is over at Cults 3D. They don't have a huge selection, but they do have some stuff that you can make lithophanes out of. And they've got some fun,
That Obi-Wan looks great.
like a helmet and things like that. This one I like. This is a Choose Your Path. You can make it as a key holder, I would imagine. There's Boss. There's a bad Luke and a bad Leia.
You
I love the little
3D scanned, and they're not horrible.
No.
Honestly. Yeah.
But I like this one. This one's kind of cool. A little chubby stormtrooper.
I like it. I love it.
Yeah, me too. I'm a big fan of this guy's stuff. He's done all kinds of little chubbies like this. And if you follow him on Instagram or on his Patreon, this particular artist, I got to tell you, they're just fun to look at. I have one that's very similar to that I found on Thingiverse, I believe. And let me go back to you and I again. And this is the one that I found on Thingiverse. And it's kind of a little short, fat, stubby stormtrooper. Now, if you're wondering, I'm a big fan of the dark side. Yeah,
I'm very much a dark sider myself.
I like the dark side. We have cookies,
Yes, we do.
or in your case, cinnamon buns.
Yes. Well, we will for now.
Wondering what size nozzle extruder they ask. Pierre is asking. I've been using a 0.4 for all of my prints. It just depends on how much detail I want to get out of it. And that's usually what it boils down to is, how much detail do I want? And to be perfectly honest with you, I usually print it at about 1.2. I know the X-Wing was all printed at 0.16. Normally I'll go down a little bit. And Geraldine says, "Damn, Brian, you're so funny."
More like I'm so hungry.
He's so hungry, he's eating his earlobes. Dominic Forsetto says, "I spent $25 on a GVK model from Nico. It was a large model. It took twice as long to fill the seams as it did to print. If I had seen the part ahead of time, I wouldn't have bought it." It's funny thing about Nico. I have a couple of his files. Brian, you have some of his stuff too, don't you?
Yeah, the one thing I found with Nico is if something's not quite printable or needs correction, he's really receptive to it. Like if you contact him about it, I've done a couple of his pre-orders on suits, and as things change, he's gone ahead and updated them. He takes the feedback. Nobody's perfect, right? At the end of the day, there's a lot of modelers out there who have CGI background that don't have solid modeling experience, and so that's where we find those gaps often and not. But yeah, usually try and stick with the big guys or go through some like Gambody if you are spending money on models, because you need to give that feedback if what you purchased was not what you expected.
Absolutely you do. I find that even with Gambody, they're really good about making changes. Like the X-Wing model, for instance, there is a new version out that is actually has even more detail than version 1.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It's scary to think that could pass as a film prop, Well,
it could. We could make that into a film prop easily. Maybe we might have to do for next year. We might have to do next year a little bit of animation. Maybe we'll try something new. So there is. What do we got here? Kieran is saying, "Have you seen the Zumalt animated Darth Vader head?" No, I have not. I have not seen that. I would love to. I'd love to see that. We've got 42 people watching tonight. This is almost as good as a Sunday.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, shouldn't you guys be watching a movie or something?
It is Star Wars Day after all. Yeah. Model took over a week to clean, Jerry says. Yes. The X-Wing did take about a week to clean and assemble and fill and that kind of stuff. There's another site I want to draw your guys' attention to, and I've got one or two of his models actually, and it is this guy right here, Hex 3D. Let me just cut over to it real quick. So Hex 3D, you've seen this guy all over the internet. He's got free models over on Thingiverse. Here's some of the stuff in his printable gallery. Everything from Baby Yoda to Baby Yoda as Freddy Krueger, Pinhead, Jason Voorhees. Michael Myers, Chucky.
Now, these are just some of his models, guys. Now, I actually subscribe to Jeffro here on Patreon, and when you subscribe to him, you get access after a couple of months to his entire back catalog free of charge.
Wow.
And he's, the reason I do subscribe to this one is because, it includes a whole bunch of full suits, as a baseline. So if I go ahead, I'll see if I can share this here.
Let me put you up on screen.
fancy pantsy.
Oh.
So on his Patreon here, just in loan in full suits, we got things like classic Stormtrooper, Iron Man, the new Death Troopers. So this is one I'm definitely looking forward to printing soon, and it's provided usually with split files, full files, everything as you need. So Jeffro, he's out of Australia, I believe, there, and he's coming out with new models like quite often actually. So we got First Order Stormtroopers, we got Flame Troopers, Phase 1 Clone Troopers, and these are just the full suits. If we go back to like under cosplay, he's also got 60 different helmets to download, and it's organized by Star Wars, movies, video games, Marvel, all sorts of different ones. And these are very detailed models. I've always been happy with his work. So like even the Imperial Guard helmet is I don't know if they actually show photos on the post. No, they don't. I have to go to the Patreon to show you them. But they're all very well detailed, very well rendered. And even on the cosplay, props and gadgets, it's got 54. Again, more TV show, video game, and movie for props. So, and that's just in the cosplay section. So there's tons of stuff in here. I highly suggest going and subscribing to him. The busts that we were just looking at, for instance. Let's go into DC, Marvel, anime, and cartoon. And you can see he's got all different sorts of heroes throughout here. So he's another great Patreon supporter. And I love artists like this, where you can encourage them to produce more stuff, but you're not buying them, model by model. You're just encouraging them to keep modeling, if you will.
Now, let me ask you, Brian, what is the monthly contribution to his Patreon to get access?
That one, let me check it, because I'm full of Canadian money here. I believe it was between $10 and $13 Canadian. I'd have to quickly check here. Yeah, it's that's a great deal. And the thing is, guys, and this is, I don't like to talk about this a lot, but his level here actually, $10 a month, and I think that is Canadian. Could be wrong there. Oh no, I'm losing my ear. I'm glad that was on camera. Oh my, okay, guys, I'm taking this off and I'm eating this.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Anyways, his Patreon, it's $10 a month, and the level that you're at is, where is it here? So, access to 356 unlocked perks. So that's 356 models right away.
Wow.
And what the works, all models access. So I get the archive, and there's a couple other things. I think. Oh, sorry. Now it's jumped up to $13.50 Canadian a month. But
still, that's not bad.
No merchant tier bowl. No extra charges or tiers will allow you to sell prints. What comes off of your printer is yours. That's why I love Jeffro. So for $13 Canadian a month, you are getting the ability to print his models and sell them.
You can't sell the files, but you can sell the print.
Yeah. Okay. Sell the prints, exactly. Don't be a dick. I'm just going to put that out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to go ahead and sell his models, give him some credit or whatever, maybe send him a little commission, but he's not requesting anything back. So it's great, basically. Yeah. It's and it's, as I said, $13 a month. I'm sorry. I can't say anything beyond the fact that that's way too generous for what he gives.
Well, we got a question here from Accord XTC. He says, when you say clean and print, what are you referring to? After the print, do you need to sand it, or do you need filler on it? Now, when you're dealing with models like this, you're going to have to clean off supports. You're going to have to clean off rafts. You're going to have to clean off different things that are inherent with printing a model. Now, the other thing is, once you fit all these together, and it does fit together rather well, you are going to need to fill the seam, because it's just the natural thing. Nothing goes together so flush in a 3D print that you can't see the seam. You're going to have to do some seam work for sure. But other than that, I mean, it's just like a regular model kit. If you were going to go and buy an X-Wing from the store right now, I think there's only Bandai is the only company that is producing them. Maybe Revell, but yeah. Bandai is doing all the work. MPC, who used to do them back in the day, no longer has license to it. And Revell has released the ultimate, or not the ultimate, but Revell has released a version of the 1/72nd scale Millennium Falcon that is based on the fine mold. It's taken directly from the fine molds Millennium Falcon, which you cannot buy anymore. You may find it on eBay every once in a while. I have one in my collection. I so want to build it. I just never have because I don't know where I would put it.
Right? That's always the problem. There's never enough space, you know?
Well, that's just it. I mean, this thing, the fine molds is almost 2 feet long. Like when you put it all together, it's almost 2 feet long. It's a fairly big model. And now Bandai also has, I think it's Bandai who has the ultimate version of the Millennium Falcon that was in Episode 4, A New Hope, which is very expensive. It's hundreds of dollars as well. So if you are wanting to go the traditional route and just buy a model, you can pay a lot for it. If you want to 3D print it because you have the ability to, man, I so encourage you to 3D print some of this stuff that we've looked at here today on Thingiverse, on Gambody, on Hex 3D, all these sites. I encourage you just to go, if you are a Star Wars fan and you want something really, really cool in your house, go and search out a model that you want, print it, build it. It's going to be an experience for you. The X-Wing that I've got here is probably, if I did the little 124 scale figure to go in the seat, then it would look really cool because then we could do some green screen work and I could get my little movie hat out, you know, my producer's hat, and you know, start producing some Star Wars short, and not the kind that you wear. Now, some of the other stuff that you can get if you are big fans of Star Wars that I've gotten for free are these guys, and you guys have seen me show these before, like the Han and the Leia. These little busts. These are amazing to do, and I'm holding her boob. I'm holding her bust. You know, these are fun to do, and I still have to finish painting these, but I'm really happy with the way that they look. They came out. That Harrison Ford likeness is just uncanny.
It's creepy. It's better than the Solo movie.
Yeah. And the Carrie Fisher one looks great too. Like, amazing.
Oh, yeah.
One of the ones that came out a few years ago that I'm super stoked about is this guy right here. Now, you guys have probably seen this all over the net. This is probably one of my favorite. And there's the guy who produced this also produced, and I don't remember the artist, you'll have to forgive me on that. The guy who produced this one also produced a Boba Fett version of this. With the skull cutout, and this is going to be a fun piece to paint because we're going to have a lot of fun weathering it and doing all that bone work and blood, and yeah, it'll be a lot of fun to do. Really happy with that one. Loch-Ness just came by to say hi. Hello, Loch-Ness. Welcome.
Yep.
Yeah, we're not going to do any life-size things. It's just, I'd love to.
Storage space, guys. It's storage space. We only have enough room for this dummy because he still can't hit us. But, you know, he's starting to sun fade. He's getting a little older.
He's getting a little older. But, you know, at the end of the day, you just want to, if you just want to print some Star Wars stuff, or you're looking for something real cool, then I got to say, guys, go and check out some of these sites. Like, if you haven't checked them out already, you got a little bit of spare bucks burning a hole in your pocket, put it on some cool models that you'll have the STLs forever. The nice thing about Gambody is once you've bought the model, if an update has been done, you can go back to Gambody and re-download the newest version of that model, which is awesome. I don't know too many people that actually do that, but Gambody will let you do that for free. Good night,
Usually
my
I
love.
find it changes if someone designs something based off a trailer,
Yep.
and then when the final movie comes out, they enhance the details.
Yeah, like the Mando helmets that went out when The Mandalorian started.
Oh,
I mean-
each episode there was a new revision. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah,
try printing those, and then just as day 5 finishes and you have your new helmet, 2 days later you've got a new helmet.
yeah, exactly. I think I have Nico's helmet. I have Nico's. And then I have another one as well.
Brian, do you have any relatives?
Brian, do you have
No, I
any
don't.
relatives in upstate New York?
Nope.
Nope.
I've been to Manhattan a couple of times, and that's about it.
I get that question
That's actually
too.
an area I want to go back to when things return to normal. And I'm going to steal one from the Game Grumps here and refer to it as the Backstreet Boys reunion tour. Once that's over, I will be traveling again.
When it comes down to printing, I don't nearly have enough time to print all the things I would love to print and be able to put together and display and stuff like that. I want to take my Droid, which is sitting over here, just so you guys kind of cut my Droid here real quick. This is my Droid. His name is Artie. R2T1. So I call him Artie. And he is a wonderful piece of memorabilia that Brian and Jess brought back from Anaheim when they went down last year or the year before last.
It was last year, 2018, right before 2019, right before
The pandemic.
before the boys were back.
So, but at the end of the day, I got to tell you, this thing has brought me so much fun. Every once in a while, I just take it off the shelf. I'll load it up with batteries, and I'll just play with it on the floor for a little while, just to see it run. And the funny thing is that the controller is really not much to write home about. That's all it is, right there.
Yeah, that really made us feel old school, which is funny because it's Bluetooth.
Yeah,
So
there's an app
what's cool
for it.
though is that all of these droids, they interface with each other, and they interface with Galaxy's Edge. So if you go down there and you buy your droid and walk around with it in your backpack, if it detects certain areas, it'll start beeping and booping and trying to pull you over, and will communicate with things on the wall and different things like that. And then I don't know I can't remember where mine is. It's been a while. There's a voice chip. Is it on the front?
Yeah, it's on the front.
Yeah, I always have to check my panels.
Actually, right here, under this cover, right here.
Yes, under this cover here, yes. So we have, I'm going to steal your personality chip, buddy, if I can even get it out.
I'm gonna.
Oh, man,
try and
they're good.
get mine. Yeah,
There we go.
Big fingers.
So, yeah, we have little voice modules. So it does change the voice, which is pretty cool. So I think, is yours a scrapper? I'm trying to remember.
No, mine is a smuggler.
Smuggler, that's what it is, yeah. I was a bit off.
So when you take
They
this
are
chip
cool.
out, and you can clone these chips, by the way.
So I've heard, yeah.
There's a whole set of tutorials on Thingiverse on how to make your own chip.
I'm not surprised. I was waiting because they're, same with the lightsabers down there. Some guy managed to figure out the RFID pattern or something, and he managed to get the dark crystal working on his blades. So, kudos on Disney for not coming hardcore down on people. That's just so cool.
So let me just. So without a personality chip, this guy sounds just like R2D2. And once you put the personality chip in, which I
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
happen to have mine right here, you slide that in, and it doesn't matter which way you slide it in. He gets different sounds. Now, the other thing that's cool is if we had the accessory, which I don't think we have, but there's a little plug.
If there's one
right
thing about
here.
Disney, they know how to accessorize.
There's a little plug right here that you can buy the jet, like R2 had in the prequels. and you plug them in here. And when you hit that top button there, you'll get sound effects for it. It's actually really, really cool. Now, that being said, where does that lead me in 3D printing? Well, as a lot of you may know, I've been working slowly but surely on my own R2-D2. I have a half-scale one, and I've done a full-scale dome. I haven't finished the full-scale dome, but I have it. And I do want to do a full-blown R2 or some sort of droid that would just be a nice conversation. Will those chips work in my life? I'm going to say it all depends where you put that chip.
Yeah, that's true. But she'll be grabbed back and in greater numbers.
That's right. The dog.
We're terrible. Here we are, a 3D printing show, and we're just rambling on about our cool droids from Disneyland, and we can't even go.
Yeah, we can't go. It is open again, however.
It is open again, yeah.
Yes.
Though it won't. I'll be curious to see how it's going down there. Good on them. But you know what, guys? Again, these droids, as much as they are very intelligent and customized, and there's a reason why Richard's is purple is because we did customize them. It was 200, maybe it was 99 US.
It was 99 US, yeah.
So yeah, we dropped up way too much cash down there, as you do at Disney. But
you got lightsabers too, didn't you?
No, our buddy James got the lightsaber because I won't lie to you guys, it cost $1,000 for 3 people to get through the gate, and then it was a 2-entry single park pass is $350 Canadian each.
Wow.
Yeah, so it wasn't cheap.
Is that for the weekend or just for the day?
Just for the day. I mean, you get 2 days that you can enter it on that pass, right? It's pricey. And then you've got, the lightsabers, which were $200 US each. And then the droids, which are $100 US each. Plus the food. I think I blew like $3,000 in a day there just because the park was empty. So we did everything. But, again, look at how much money we spent for just like a little experience. And just think, if you have the intuition, you can do that at home. You can 3D print your own droids. You can 3D print your own sets now. Right? If you want to create a Star Wars themed room, go for it. I'd love to see photos of what you guys are doing with your maker spaces.
Speaking of which, there's a couple of guys out there. The Smuggler's Room. If you guys have not seen the Smuggler's Room on YouTube, I recommend that you go check out the Smuggler's Room. This fella is building a Star Wars themed room. He's a maker. He does 3D printing. He does scratch building. He turned just an ordinary paint booth into a Star Wars themed paint booth, which was
cool.
Which is very cool. He built himself a half-scale droid that fully functions. Head turns, makes sounds, lights up, rolls across the floor, all kinds of great stuff. And
then there's guys that print like full-size droids all the time, like Sam Prentice.
Sam Prentice. One of our friends and a great guy from across the pond, Sam Prentice. He's working with Jerry Knapp right now, I believe, and he's got a little live stream that he's doing once a week with guys around the world, and they're literally building droids. Tim from DeWitt 3D, he built a droid.
Yeah, we just haven't because it's been on the back burner for lack of room, to be honest.
That's exactly what it is. Lack of space. Lack of space. I'm out of space here at my place. Brian's out of space at his place. We need another space to fill up. Quite literally.
Space is not cheap here to rent. Let's put it that way.
No, that's for sure.
That's why we're still shooting out of the house, honestly, is because it's too expensive to rent space here.
Yeah. So, if you're into Star Wars or 3D printing, this is the best time to be a maker. To be perfectly honest with you, to me, this is the best time to own a 3D printer, to own, tools and make stuff. by going out and just searching the web. I mean, there's a lot of free stuff out there. Okay, I get it. Lippy.
Yeah, the stuff out there is great now, and thanks to websites like Thangs and Yagi and stuff that have made up for Thingiverse's poor search mechanism, I'm finally going out there looking for, new items. Sorry, Snapshot. Frick, man, that's funny. It's Star Wars. How can you be out of space? That's terrible.
That's a bad joke.
Territory. You know what?
Sorry.
Okay,
we're gonna have to put Snapshot in the timeout.
Yeah. Sansa, how's the shop coming along? Still planning to open a business location? Yes. Admittedly, with lack of planning, yes, it's coming together quite quick. And if everything kind of goes to plan, expect to see an announcement maybe next week on what we're doing here.
Yep, and we'll get you pictures, and we may even do a live stream from there. We haven't decided yet. Yeah,
maybe. Yeah, we got a logistics. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, we have called back the Backstreet Boys for 7 encores now, and now there's more Backstreet Boys than ever. So we're not sure what to do. We tried calling in Sync, but it has to be Backstreet Boys. So yeah, we're our limitations to go out are becoming even more limited as of like a couple hours ago. So hopefully we'll be able to do something collaboration in person soon. Hopefully we'll be able to get this shop going. It's just been hectic for us, guys. So thank you, sticking through us as we dwiddle along with videos and pump stuff out. Hopefully those of you who are in the chat are excited for the Voron build and are hoping to build along with us. I just got all my screws today, finally. So I'm going to try and start getting some work done on mine.
And, speaking of my Voron build, I'm doing a black and white theme, as everybody knows now, or at least you should. My printer, I'm going to affectionately, for now, call TK. Because TK is the first 2 letters in a Stormtrooper's number. I thought about calling him Finn. But then I went, no. As much as I like John Boyega, I wasn't a big fan of the character. So I'm just going to
tell me if he's a damn Jedi or not.
Yeah, exactly. They'll never tell us now.
Oh boy, we don't talk about the. Well, what do you call them now? Because there was the prequels. Are they technically the sequels then? 7, 8, 9.
Sequels are 7, 8, 9. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Gary T is asking, is that rapid tap behind Richard for the Voron? Yeah. We've been stocking up on cutting fluid, guys. If you are drilling, I know we saw a couple comments on our video. If you are drilling and tapping aluminum, even though it's an ultra soft metal, get yourself some cutting fluid. It's cheaper than sin. I paid $12 for 500 milliliters, and that's probably a higher price than average. But it just drills like butter after that.
It does. Yeah.
Accord mine is definitely a Moron 2.4.
Yeah, mine's a Voron, not a moron. Well, although it might cost me more on. My biggest problem right now with the Voron is some of the parts that I need, because I can't get them locally. And not being able to get things locally is a real pain in the where.
In the backstreet hole?
Gary T. Lubricate. That's what she said.
Yep. No, you're all right. And Ben asking if all of his Christmas decorations are Star Wars themed. No. All of his Star Wars decorations are Christmas themed.
That's right. Yeah. Actually, I will tell you, we do not celebrate Christmas in this house. Not really. I just think it's a waste of time. It's me and my wife. Here, there's no such thing as too much lube. Wow, this is really going into left field.
Are we going to be ending this with the Star Wars Christmas special, or are we going to be ending this with Flesh Gordon?
No, maybe we'll get Carrie Fisher to sing the Life Day song. I don't know.
Oh, my heart can't take any more of that. Oh, I hate to say that might be the worst part of that movie. Like I adore everything else and how bad it is. And if you guys have never seen this special, please just go watch it with absolutely zero expectations. And then at the end, you'll be crying because you don't know what to think about it. And you'll be very confused. And I think that just works for it. You know, Chewie and his family, his perverted grandfather, Jefferson's starship. It just all comes. Isn't B. Arthur in there too?
Yeah, B. Arthur is in there. Yeah. So is Tim Conway.
It is probably one of the most confusing setup television specials I have ever seen. You know, at this point, they might as well just release it because it does have a lot of Star Wars going on for it. It's just, I mean, it makes it makes it look Caravan of Courage deserving of an Emmy.
Yeah, if you ever saw the Star Wars Ewok movies that came out that were straight to television or straight to VHS, if you remember what a VHS tape is, it was
Caravan of Courage, and until like the early 2000s, I thought it was like a psychic or like a psychotic break or something because I'm like, there was this movie with Ewoks, but there was none of the main characters. What's going on? And I never knew until the internet became proficient and we were able to Google it up. It's like, oh yeah,
it was something to help market Star Wars to children in prime time.
Yeah, and you know what? It kind of worked. I mean, that was kind of a weird time with Star Wars, if you think about it, right? It was after Return of the Jedi. You know, they were trying to do all their licensing, and the toys were probably calming down. And yeah, it was that weird lull. Same time when they tried to bring out the Doctor Who movie, almost.
It's just, you know, as far as Star Wars content goes, there was a good, like a real upswing. And then there was a real downswing.
Oh yeah, it's just like Star Trek.
For every
I
great
mentioned the other show, but
for every great movie they put out, there was, if not an equally bad movie that they put out. So,
yeah. Hey, guess what? It followed that same theme. Actually, it had to reverse a little bit because we had episode 7, which was fun for the time.
Yep.
And then we had Rogue One, which frickin' ruled.
Absolutely love that movie.
Then we had the dive bomb that was episode 8.
Yes.
And then we had the dive bomb, unfortunately, that was Solo. And then it's Solo. Here's the thing about Solo. I liked Solo. I just didn't like the guy they chose to play Han because he didn't sell me on it.
Yeah.
You know,
that was my problem with it.
I mean, seeing every other character in there, and oh my gosh, the ending. I'm not even going to talk about the ending, guys. But if you haven't seen it, just watch the ending. It's great.
Just don't watch the Robot Chicken version of Ewoks with your kids. Yeah, don't watch Robot Chicken anything with your kids. Same thing with the Family Guy. Blue Harvest, don't watch that with your kids either.
I was going to say Blue Harvest might actually be okay for kids. It's not great, but I was going to say I actually do enjoy watching Blue Harvest once in a while out of the blue because that was the first time when I think Seth Rogen actually signed a deal with Disney.
Yeah.
Sorry, what did I say? Did I say Seth Rogen? Oh my god. I'm losing my brain. Yeah, when Seth MacFarlane signed a deal with Disney, or actually I think at the time it was still Fox. So he actually got all the official sound effects. I think he got John Williams to write some custom tracks for it. And it actually still follows the core movies in its proper sequence and ends up with the same result. It's just a complete gag show. It's almost like, a parody film you'd expect at the time, but there was some effort put into that. So that's why I enjoyed it. Solo, on the other hand, it's like, I have a grudge against Solo because unfortunately its uptake caused damage to the franchise when it came to the third-party films. I was really banking for that Obi-Wan movie, though luckily we're getting a TV series at least.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of great stuff come out of Disney now and Lucasfilm. There's a lot of great stuff coming out. The Bad Batch launched today. For anybody that is a fan of the Clone Wars, I would recommend that you go watch The Bad Batch, which started today. There's a new episode coming out on Friday. The Bad Batch, I watched it this morning over breakfast, and all I could think of was the character who is the tank in that show, kind of a big dumb brawler type character. To be perfectly honest, I want that helmet that he's wearing because it's not.
Give it time. Give it give it a week.
It's not a typical stormtrooper or clone trooper helmet. I want an STL of that particular helmet just because I think it is the coolest looking helmet. And I'm a big guy anyway, so if I was going to cosplay at my age, that's the Star Wars cosplay I would do because he's just a big dumb guy just like me. Bring back Gina Carano.
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. I don't believe when I'm watching these shows, guys, I don't take political opinions into the matter.
Me either.
So, the way I look at The Mandalorian and whatever decisions they make, it is the best thing to happen to Star Wars probably since Empire, frankly.
I'd agree.
It is that revolutionary how good that show is. And just even alone in the fact of if you don't know the Star Wars universe, that's fine. That's what makes it so good.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Yes.
Stands alone on its own.
For the sake of not spoiling to people, I'll just refer to it as The Child is a nice key anchor point into the Star Wars universe, but the rest of it is just straight up almost bounty hunter action, especially the first season. Second season is definitely great for the plot. So if you haven't had a chance to check it out yet, this is the week for you to kick it off, to, give it a watch through, because honestly, it's way more enjoyable than any of the sequels, in my opinion.
Let's just quickly touch on the Gina Carano thing. I like Gina Carano. I've always liked her style of acting.
Oh yeah, I loved her in Deadpool.
Loved her in Deadpool. I loved her in Haywire. I thought she did a great job in Haywire. Lone Wolf was another one I really enjoyed with her in it. And I think the character of Cara Dune that she plays in The Mandalorian, there's already STLs out there for her armor. So if you want to cosplay as Cara Dune, go ahead. The STLs are out there. Go find them, make yourself a Cara Dune outfit, and cosplay at the next convention that you're allowed into.
Honestly, all of the beast suits in the show are amazing too. I can't remember what the creature's name was. The fish one with all the little eggs and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, the frog lady.
That would be a really cool beast suit to make, because for those of you who haven't watched this show, a good chunk of it's actually practical effects instead of CGI.
Yep.
So everything that's on that set is made by people with their hands again. Yep. And it just fits in perfectly. And so that's what's been inspiring me really the last couple of years here, is watching what they are doing within the Star Wars universe for practical effects and seeing what we can do. And Richard, I don't think we can. Do you have that video on hand for Matter 3D that our production company put together just to show like us playing with?
I don't have it. I don't have it up here available right now. I'd have to dig through my stuff to find it,
keep your eyes open, because we have done a couple of little production works there where we actually brought out smoke screens and did our own silk screening effects and projector backlights and everything. It's special effects are creeping back into practical space again when people are realizing that it's actually way cheaper and it looks better and it ages better. So with your 3D printing,
here's the cool thing. Speaking of 3D printing, all of the models that they use in that show have been 3D printed. They're not scratch built like they were back in the day. They've all been scanned. The original models have been scanned, and they've all been 3D printed and put together. The Mandalorian ship is all 3D printed. There's actually a featurette that shows you that they're printing it on a form bot. And then they're assembling these panels together to make the whole structure of that. Yeah,
the making of that show is just incredible if you haven't had a chance to watch.
A lot of the guns that they're using in that show are all 3D printed. All the props that you see, there's a good chance that they're 3D printed. If it's a gun or it's a comlink or if it's a ship, if they're doing a practical flyby with a ship. And that's the cool thing. I've got this little guy right here. It's actually a clock. My Millennium Falcon clock. What they're doing is they're doing it just like they did back in 77, is they're putting these 3D printed models up on gimbals, and they're actually bringing the camera in and doing the flybys. So the practical effects with 3D printed models are amazing. If we can get back to doing practical effects, which are a heck of a lot cheaper than doing digital effects, it's half the cost to do a practical effect. And we've been playing, like Brian was saying, we've been playing with some here in the studio, where we use backlighting to do some signage stuff, and we're going to be playing around with that more as the year goes on. But we want to take our 3D printed models like this X-Wing and do an actual dogfight with X-Wings and TIE Fighter and use all 3D printed pieces and just make our own little film out of it. Brian's been working on a helmet. He got himself a new little friend this week and didn't get his helmet done. But we are going to print him some new parts.
All right.
My understanding. Yep. There we go. There we go.
His hand's broken, so this is the closest you're getting to a wave right now. More like bring it.
So
his name is Arnold, okay? And if you guys want, Jess and I are slowly trying to convince Richard that Arnold should definitely be an official member of the First Layer. First
we
Layer
may have
mascot,
to take a vote
right?
on that.
Ah! Come on. Definitely Arnold needs to be a member, if not the mascot. So let us know in the chat below, because I got a resin machine. Any suit, you guys, we can scale down to his size. So if you want to have him in miniature suits, we'll do it.
I have some old Mego figures here. I have a Captain Kirk and I think a Batman and Robin that I can swap out the heads on and actually make little people that move. And we can do animation. We can do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Arnold here has a great story. Arnold, I went to the art store, Kensington Art Supply in Calgary, and Arnold was on sale down from $80 to $18. And he came with a little story because he had a broken wrist, he had a broken shoulder, and I think I actually put his shoulders on backwards right now too. Like he's had a rough couple of months here. So I decided I'm going to keep their story. So this is Arnold. He was a skateboarder and he got right mucked up. So he needs a little bit of love. So yeah, Arnold, we're going to take care of you, bud. We went,
Yes,
and the other thing too, the other thing with Arnold, honestly, and this might be a little bit of a side note, personal thing, but he's kind of my unofficial tribute to Grant Imahara of Mythbusters.
Yep.
Because Grant always had a robotic skeleton in the background with some red glowing eyes, and he had built that himself. And actually, Grant himself was my inspiration to get into my industry of robotics and automation, because he was truly a passionate man and was taken before his time. So just a little bit of homage there. That's not just me buying a stupid skeleton. Hashtag we want Arnold. Okay, well, you got it.
All right. Let's get that trending. Hashtag we want Arnold. Mika Steve, who is a member, by the way.
And another Hey Arnold movie made as an accent. I won't mind. But
there you go. I want to remind you guys that membership is still open. It's always open for anybody who wants to become a member. If you're not a member yet, we do live streams just for our members, and we invite you into those live streams. And we also have a whole bunch of other stuff. We do early releases for you guys of our new videos and Tuesday tips of the week. There's a whole bunch there. Go and check them out. Somebody said to me the other day that it was too expensive to become a member, and I said to him, for $1.99 a month, that's less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks.
Yeah, I'm saying, you know what, guys? Honestly, even if we actually set it lower, YouTube likes to take money.
Yeah.
So really, if you want to subscribe for 99 cents, I'd almost say don't even bother, because YouTube's going to take 50% of that. So
yeah, exactly. Anyways, we're over an hour here. I want to say to you guys, thank you for being a member. Thank you for joining us on this walk down memory lane. Brian Baker just Put in $5 back
I
into the
just,
kitty.
you know what I did? I just paid YouTube $5 to give me $3.50.
Yeah, there you go.
Welcome to
Super
Metro.
chat.
Super chat.
Super sexy chat.
Wait. Come on, focus in there. Super chat.
We will do
That's
some
what
animation with
excites you
Arnold, I
guys.
promise. We got a lot of goofy things kind of planned this year, so we're going to bring you guys along for the ride.
2021 is the year of fun.
Yes, because we're still all stuck in our houses and we don't know when we're going to get out. Government says one thing and then they say stay home.
Yep.
So,
And then Christy wants to know what kind of life will Arnold bring to the show. Well, more life than what we're bringing, apparently.
yeah, apparently. We're going to do some...
I do fully intend on some point 3D scanning him, and we'll have some dummies for some explosions, maybe.
Yep.
But no, OG Arnold's going to keep on hanging on there. I mean, maybe we'll have him hanging off in the background with his jaw dropped, like.
Hey, you never know. So we're gonna help out Arnold and reprint some pieces that will allow him to be fully functional again.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to continue to print, and we're going to continue to bring you guys the best information that we know how to bring you. And if you've got any suggestions about stuff you want to see on the show, you know to always drop us a line, either suggest it in the chat, in the comments, or over on Facebook, or even drop us a line to questions@TheFirstLayer.com. And we will definitely get that to you. Ricky B, you and I need to have a conversation about your letter. I did get it, so we will talk about that very soon. This week, Brian's got a video coming out on Friday for our members, regular for everybody else. This is kind of our Tuesday tip. I thought I wanted to do something different today. And bring everybody along for the ride.
Instead, I bought giant clothes and I ate my hair. So
Dominic Versetto just became a member at the First Layer. Thank you very much,
I told
Dominic.
you $1.91.9 wasn't too cheap.
Yeah, not that bad.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
You can't buy cinnamon buns for that much.
I don't know. Walmart has some sales on those end-of-day rolls.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe you can. But at the end of the day, we appreciate you guys for being a part of our family. And whether you're a member or you're just a subscriber or you're just thinking about becoming a subscriber, everybody's a part of our family. And we want to give you guys the best 3D printing information that we can. I hope that you'll go and check out.
The force, it binds us, it surrounds us. You know, it brings us all together. And especially in this time of tough times, of Backstreet's back, you know, it's good that we're all together and we're all caring for each other. And please stay safe, everyone. We are so close to the end of this.
We are so close. I get my first shot on the 11th.
Congratulations. I didn't put a beeping light under this shoulder here, but I have got my first one, and I'm very happy to say it went fairly easily. So
there you go.
For those of you who are worried, I'm still kicking. And I'm no stupider than I was before.
His brain hasn't clotted yet, so
not more than usual.
So I get mine on the 11th, so I'll be happy. And I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope you guys are going to get your shot. Vaccination in this time in life is very important. I just want to stress that. We are at an unprecedented culling of our population on this big blue marble we live on. And
so here's what you guys can do today then is at the end of this stream, I want to see some fights in the comments. I want you to make your argument for what the best Star Wars movie is, and I want to see where this goes. Yes. So please let us know in the chat below. And who knows, maybe the first comment that comes in might be the movie I watched tonight. And if it's the holiday special, I swear, guys, I swear.
With that said, I do wish you all a very happy May the 4th. And may the 4th be with you all. And what do they say over in Batu when you're leaving? Where is it? Refreshers the bathroom. I'll be going to that pretty soon. Till the Spire is what they say over in Batu. Till the Spire. Until we see you guys next time, remember that the First Layer is always your foundation to a great print. See you next time. We'll see you again on Sunday. We're back on Sunday.
where I'll have actual fitting clothes. Thanks, guys. Bye for now.